Hey, what's up guys? John from Mongo Fishing. Time for another tournament video. Now this is the last tournament in the BFL series for 2021. And you know guys, all tournament videos, regardless if I do well or if I suck, I still put the video out. So if you're new to the channel and you want to see success along with failure, go ahead and hit the subscribe button right down there, along with the bell notification button, so you get notified every single time I put out another video. Like I said, this is the last video of the BFL season. And man, it was brutal. It was the wild card. So you've got the top 45 anglers at the end of the regular season moved on to the regionals, and then the rest of us who had a rough year fished the wild card. And the wild card, there's one wild card for all 24 divisions. So there's a bunch of boats, and only the top 6 will move on to the All-American. So this ended up being 195 boaters, 180 co-anglers. And let me tell you, it was ugly. I mean, flat out ugly. So you're not going to see a lot of fish catches. I'm going to tell you guys right up front. In fact, you're not even going to see a whole mess of footage. So I recorded day 1 of practice, and I didn't record day 2 or day 3. And then tournament wise, I recorded both days of the tournament. Well, I'll take that back. I recorded day 1 of the tournament most of the day, and day 2 my SD card, apparently I put the wrong SD card in, my SD card filled up, and so I didn't get a single fish catch on day 2 on video, not one. I guess what we'll do is we'll get into the footage, and then we'll come back and discuss some stuff, some statistics. You guys got to hear these. I mean, these statistics are insane on just how tough the fishing was. But anyway, so we'll get into that stuff, and then we'll come back. I'll break down what I discovered in practice and how it played out in the tournament. So anyway, let's get into it. There's one. Get in the boat. You're not big enough. Smallmouth.
Here we go.
He's not big enough.
Oh, so the small gotta be 18. Huh?
Yep. But just for some gigs, how big are you? You're probably 15 maybe? Ouch! Son of a bitch, it hurt. Yep, 15 even. All right, too short, guys. Is the camera even on? Yeah. He smoked it, by the way. In fact, he straightened my spinnerbait. Wow. So I just did a battery change. It is 9:28. I just cast that right into a tree branch. Good job. 9:28. Neither one of us have anything yet, but you know, caught a fish. There are fish around. Just got to find the right ones.
Caught a short one, didn't you?
Yep, caught a short fish. Anyway, that's it. Keep fishing. And so they ordered. There's one. Oh, I just missed him. Son of a. Oh my God! I just missed a fish. No, he hit it.
Oh, did
Apparently the battery had died.
Yeah, that's gonna be.
He's gonna be close.
It's gonna be.
But Carlton got one. Maybe it's keeper.
Oh yeah. Wait. Oh, it's 14, isn't it?
14 is the minimum. Put his nose all the way up, sweep the tail.
I don't think so, bro. You want to try it?
Nose all the way up. Millimeters short, dude.
13 3/4.
Yep.
Well, that's a fish. Top
It's
water.
fish,
The
yep.
sun came out. Damn. All right. Yep.
I had a feeling that my fucking drag was slipping.
I should have grabbed it automatically.
He might have kept.
No more boat flipping.
I had a feeling he was, because when I swung, I felt my drag slip.
Yeah. Oh, so you didn't get a good hook in it.
Nope.
That was larger too, wasn't
Yeah.
it? Damn, I just looked over at your lure too, right when you did it.
Yep. Like I said, when I swung, I felt the drag slip, and I was like, well, maybe he got it. Another battery change. It's freaking horrible out here. It's brutal. You know, I lost that fish a little bit ago. It's 11:57. It's just so slow. But honestly, after seeing how practice was, it's not too surprising. It's a little slower. Actually, it's a lot slower than it was in practice. But it's not surprising that we're not sacking them up. The lake has fished very tough these past few days. Anyway, almost noon. Still 0 in the box. Keep fishing.
We're gonna catch one of the ramp though up here.
You get him?
Maybe. Yeah, I got it.
Little small jaw?
I don't know what it is. I've only caught a smallmouth twice. Right in the top of the head.
I can't see. I think he's a largemouth. Yeah, he's a little largemouth. Really light colored though. All right, guys, so there you have it. You didn't see much. So here's the deal. The footage that was from behind, that was day 1 of practice. And those were most of my fish catches that day. There was a few others that I caught that, you know, no significance, whatever. So they're not on the video. And day 1, everything was caught on either a spinnerbait, on a chartreuse and white spinnerbait, or a motivated fishing buzzbait. That's it. It's the only thing I could get bit on. I threw crankbaits, chatterbaits, 2 or 3 different spinnerbaits. No, probably more than that. I may have thrown about 6 different spinnerbaits. But bunch of different crankbaits, bunch of different spinnerbaits, a couple different chatterbaits, a couple different buzzbaits, and what you saw is what you get. Nothing really spectacular. I think this video I had 2 on a spinnerbait and 2 on a buzzbait. And that was pretty much it for day 1 of practice. Day 2 of practice, got on the water, you know, right when the sun came up, and I fished until 3 o'clock in the afternoon and did not have not even a single bite all day. So the tournament took place on Tellico and Loudon, which is the top chain of the TVA system in Knoxville, Tennessee. So basically, it's up there in Knoxville and Lenoir City. We took off out of Lenoir City. You could run up Fort Loudon about 45 miles and get into to Knoxville, or you could run down in through Tellico, 30 some odd miles towards another dam. So you've got, just an absolute giant body of water for 200-ish boats, 195. And so day one I practiced in Tellico. Day two I practiced a little bit in Tellico, and the rest of the day up in Loudon. Now I had a practice partner that I would call occasionally, Chris, and see how he was doing. And Chris struggled also. It was just horrible. And everybody I talked to at the boat ramp, they were all struggling also. And guys at the hotel, everybody was struggling. So like I said, day two, I did not get a single bite all day. Day three, I finally figured something out. Now, day one of practice on Tellico, most of my fish were coming right up against the bank. Underneath, like where the dock meets the shore, or where laydowns are meeting the shore, like really, really close up to the bank. That's where they were biting. And then what I noticed on Fort Loudon is they were on the far outside edge. So like, basically, if I fished a laydown or a dock on Loudon, I'd get bit on the end of it. If I fished it on Tellico, I'd get bit on the beginning of it. It was really weird, but I noticed that, and that's how it repeated. I didn't get bit any bites at all on Fort Loudon up against the shore, and I didn't get any bites on Tellico out away from the shore. I don't know what the deal was, but that's just how their fish were biting. So I kind of went into the tournament with that same sort of frame of mind. So all the footage from behind was day one of practice, nothing on day two, and then no footage from day three. And then the tournament wise, the chesty footage is footage from day one of the tournament, and then I have no footage from day two of the tournament. But I did actually catch some keepers. So let's get into statistics and the baits and stuff. So there's 195 boaters and 180 co-anglers, and 2-day tournament, 5 fish each. Your limit, 5 fish limit. Spotted bass were 12-inch, largemouth were 14-inch, and smallmouth were 18-inch. Not one single person on the boater side or co-angler side weighed a limit on both days. Not one. In fact, only 10 limits were weighed total between both days. 195 boaters, 180 co's. It was the toughest fishing I think I've ever experienced. It took 15 pounds 3 ounces to win a 2-day tournament, and the top 6 moved on to the All-American, right? 6th place was 11-11 on the boater side, and to cash a check on the boater side, it took 6 pounds 11 ounces. I finished in 44th place with 4 pounds 14 ounces. I had 3 fish on day 2. All 3 of my keepers came on a Black's Custom Lures Widowmaker A-rig. I'm kicking myself in the butt for not throwing it on day 1 of the tournament. I caught keepers on it in practice on day 3, and I had it tied on going into the tournament, and I didn't throw it on day 1. Kicking myself in the butt for it. But it is what it is. On the co-angler side, okay, it took 9 pounds 1 ounce to win. It took 7 pounds 3 ounces to make it to the All-American. It took 2 pounds 11 ounces to cash a check. Brutal, guys. On the boater side, 185 boaters, 74 of them did not catch a fish in 2 days. That's huge. On the co-angler side, 180 co's, 97 of them zeroed both days. 97 out of 180. Absolute worst fishing that I've ever experienced. Absolute trash. But guys, that is real tournament bass fishing. You're gonna have good days, you're gonna have bad days. This just proved it was a bad day for like everybody. I mean, absolute trash fishing conditions. The water was sucking down. It's a river system, it's fall, you get fall transition going on. The bass are kind of in that weird funk, they're moving, and you have the lake sucking down, they're dropping the bottom out of it, and it was just tough, man. Not a single limit weighed both days. Yeah, man, I don't know what to say. Tough lake, but you know what? No pressure, no diamonds. 375 people or whatever, and only 10 limits weighed. Anyway, guys, that's that. Thank you guys very much for watching. Thank you for supporting the channel. If you guys are new to the channel, again, please hit the subscribe button right down there along with the bell notification button so you get notified every single time I put out another video. If you guys enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. Drop a comment below. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. As always, get on the water, be safe, and go stick some lips.